Alaska Airlines just did the unthinkable. They released a premium travel credit card that's actually packed with value, comes with a reasonable annual fee, and they didn't gut their loyalty program in the process. In 2025, that feels almost unheard of, as most issuers seem to be making it harder and harder to squeeze value out of premium travel credit cards, but Alaska went in the complete opposite direction. Today, we're breaking down their brand new Atmos Rewards Summit credit card, everything from perks and benefits to credit, lounge access, and more, and why I think this might just be the best airline credit card on the market. Today was a big day in general for Alaska Airlines, as not only did they announce 3 brand new travel credit cards, but in tandem with this, their brand new Atmos Rewards program. Now, this isn't just some fancy way to rebrand the Alaska Airlines loyalty program. No, this is actually the brand new unified loyalty program of Alaska Airlines and Hawaiian Airlines. As if you remember, last year in 2024, Alaskan and Hawaiian Airlines merged together to be one big old company, and with this they announced they were going to be creating a singular loyalty program to merge the Alaska and Hawaiian Airlines loyalty program. Now, both of these in their own regards were really good, with the Alaska loyalty program being phenomenal. It's actually my favorite loyalty awards program right now, which is why I was so tentatively nervous for this announcement, as Alaska could just blow apart their loyalty program, as it feels like when most loyalty programs get a refresh and update, nowadays that just means a huge devaluation and no good changes come with it. Or they could actually make some positive changes and retain most of their value that most people associate with the loyalty program. And that is exactly what happened today with the announcement and refresh of the Atmos Rewards program that combines Alaska Airlines and Hawaiian Airlines. Now, there is a lot to go through between this, and it honestly warrants its own separate video. So today, we're just going to be focusing on the new premium credit card that was released alongside this loyalty program. But if you want to see a full deep dive on the Atmos Rewards program, well, just let me know down below in the comments. As I mentioned at the beginning, there were 3 new credit cards released with the loyalty program, one of which is the business credit card with a $95 annual fee. The second is a personal credit card, also with a $95 annual fee. That's very similar to the previous personal Alaska Airlines credit card that you were able to open. But what's new and shiny is their $395 annual fee Atmos Rewards Summit Visa Signature credit card, which is a mouthful to say, but that's okay, because I think this credit card has a chance of being the best airline credit card on the market, and you'll understand why after we go through the perks and benefits. Keep in mind, everything I'm about to say comes with a $395 annual fee. In a day and time where American Express is about to refresh their platinum card to nearly $900 per year to hold, I think it's refreshing to see a card with this much value come with such a reasonable annual fee. And I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to cheat. I wish I could easily communicate all the perks and benefits, but there's just so many that come with this card that I'm gonna need to read them off, so I make sure not to forget any. But starting off at the top, we've got the welcome offer. Now, this is going to be a 100,000 point welcome offer after you spend $6,000 in the first 3 months of card ownership. And with Alaska, or I guess Atmos Rewards, not having ditched their award chart pricing and having retained most of the value of these points, these 100,000 points can easily be redeemed for well over $2,000 value. You'll also receive 8 Alaska lounge passes per year, but these will be deposited into your account 2 every quarter. So you'll get 2 January 1st, 2 April 1st, 2 July 1st, and then 2 October 1st, which I think is very fair given the annual fee. And I also think it'd be pretty difficult for people to visit more than 8 Alaska Airline lounges per year unless you're a very frequent traveler. You'll also receive 8 Alaska Airlines Wi-Fi passes, and I'm mentioning this because I think it's a pretty low-key perk that could save you $100 to $200 per year if you're someone that frequently buys Wi-Fi on your flights. But here's where things start to get really good, as if you're a holder of the Atmos Summit Rewards credit card, then you'll be given 1 global 25,000 point companion certificate each and every year you hold the card. These companion certificates can be used to basically help offset the price of a companion reservation that you're booking on your own reservation. So if you're booking an itinerary that costs 50,000 points round trip and you want to have a companion on that same award reservation, as long as there's availability, you can book a second ticket and apply this 25,000 point companion certificate. So that way you'd only be having to pay 25,000 points instead of the full 50,000. If you found a round trip itinerary that was only 25,000 points for one person, then you could literally book a companion for free, just paying the taxes and fees and fuel surcharges, which makes this an incredibly valuable certificate because you're not limited to just finding flights that are 25,000 points round trip. Keep in mind, this can effectively be used as a 25,000 point discount because you can top up the certificate with additional points and there's no limit to how many points can be used in addition to the 25,000 point companion certificate. As far as earning points with this card goes, it's pretty straightforward like it is with most airline cards, as you'll earn 3x back with Alaskan and Hawaiian purchases. You'll earn 3x Atmos reward points on dining, and really interestingly, you'll earn 3x points on all foreign purchases. This works in two ways. The first is if you make a purchase in a foreign currency, whether that be euros or yen or Great British pounds. If you're making a purchase and the transaction goes through in that currency, then I believe you'll be awarded 3 points per dollar. But if you make a purchase outside of the United States in US dollars, you'll still be given 3 points per dollar, meaning anytime you travel internationally, you're making a purchase with maybe an international payment processor, then you could use this card and get 3x back on all spend. Doesn't matter the category, dining, shopping, transportation, as long as it's either charged in a foreign currency or the payment is processed outside of the United States, then you'll be getting 3x back on that purchase and a flat 1x back on everything else. But not only are you awarded points with your spend, as you'll also be credited 1 status points for every $2 you spend. Now, this doesn't sound like a lot. I've got to spend $20,000 to get 10,000 status points. What can that even get me? Well, on its own, it won't really get you much, but there's another perk that in tandem with spending on this card can make this an incredibly easy and efficient way to get status with Alaska and the One World Alliance, as you'll also be given 10,000 status points every card anniversary renewal. And so if you spend $20,000 on this card in your first card member year, then you'll be given 10,000 status points, but also when your card annual fee comes up, you'll be given another 10,000 status points in addition to the 10,000 you've earned from your spend, which is enough to grant you Alaska's or Atmos's lowest level of loyalty, that being the silver status, which will still grant you One World Ruby status, which comes with its own perks and benefits. But if you want to be a big spender on this card and go for more than just $20,000, well, if you spend $60,000 on this card in a card member year, then you will earn a global 100,000 point companion certificate. The great thing is this companion certificate functions the exact same way as I previously mentioned for the 25,000 point certificate. And so if you find a round trip redemption, business class to and from Europe, let's say for 100,000 points, that's very easy to find with Alaska Airlines loyalty program. As long as there's a second seat that can be booked using points and miles, then you can add that companion, use this global certificate, cover the entire point cost of their ticket. You will still be on the hook for any airline imposed taxes, fees, or fuel surcharges, but you've just saved 100,000 points for a companion, effectively making just 100,000 points round trip for business class for 2 people. I can't stress how fantastic of a deal it is. I know $60,000 is a lot of spend, but given you'll earn 1 status points for every $2 spent, that'll get you 30,000 status points plus the 10K you get upon renewing your card. And with 40,000 status points, you'll be given Atmos Gold status, which will also grant you One World Emerald status, which comes with perks and benefits like unlimited business class lounge access, priority check-in, priority boarding, priority seat selection, so many perks and benefits. And I know I've been talking to the perks and benefits a lot, but we are not even close to being done. As if you hold this card, you will now be given the ability to combine and pool your points with up to 10 other Atmos reward members. And so if there's someone in a group that you travel with that is the points earning master and they're able to earn a ton of points, well, then you can be in a group with them, pull your points together, and book travel much easier. A small perk that I think might go overlooked, but is actually going to correlate into lots of savings, is if you hold this card, Alaska Airlines will now waive the $12.50 fee they charge when you book a partner award booking. So my main way of using Alaska Airline miles is by using them to book American Airlines flights. But since I'm redeeming points and miles for a partner redemption, Alaska tacks on a $12.50 charge one way. So a round trip itinerary is going to have an additional $25 fee to complete that booking. And given that I've probably completed 5 or 6 round trip bookings this year with my Alaska miles, that would have saved me well over $100 in fees alone if I held this card. But as I plan on getting it, I'm looking forward to utilizing this feature in the future. As is standard with most airline credit cards, you'll receive your first check bag for free for you and up to 6 companions on the same reservation. You'll also receive priority boarding, that being in Group C, and as far as I understand, that's right before general boarding, so it's nothing amazing, but I'm not going to complain about boarding the plane earlier. You'll be given a global entry and TSA pre-check credit, rental car statuses with 2 different brands, that being Avis's President's Club status and National's Emerald Club executive level status. So having status with 2 different brands is, I think, pretty unique for a premium travel credit card. You receive tons of standard travel protections, insurances, and other safeguards when you pay for travel with this card. But the most unique form of these insurances is a brand new instant $50 travel delay credit that can be issued if you're flying on an Alaska Airlines operated flight and that flight gets delayed more than 2 hours. If you book the flight through alaskaair.com and you use your Atmos Rewards credit card, then you'll be given a $50 travel delay credit that will be instantly deposited into your account for you to use for things like food, drink, beverages, or anything else that you might need to buy during that delay. And those are the perks and benefits. I think it's pretty wild that I just rambled off all of those perks and benefits, and none of them are any random or just miscellaneous credits. There's no hotel credits, there's no splurge credits, there's no dining credits, there's no monthly, quarterly, annually credits that I've got to jump through 7 hoops to redeem and then get like partial value from. This card is just great for providing value if you fly Alaska, or you love their loyalty program, or you like the One World Alliance. As like I mentioned, even with all of these updates and refreshes, they made no change or mention to the fact that they're still operating on an award chart, and their award chart is so dang good. You can fly short-haul domestic flights for 9,000 miles round trip with American Airlines. You can fly international business class with American or British Airlines for 90,000 miles round trip. And you can fly to Asia in business class from the United States starting at 60,000 miles one way. These are, in my opinion, the most valuable airline points today. I'm sure there's going to be some sort of devaluation in the future, but I think Alaska knows where its value proposition lies, and it's having amazing redemption value not only on their own operated flights, but with most One World operated flights and their partner network, it gives these Atmos points so much more value compared to other domestic loyalty programs like Delta, SkyMiles, or United Miles. And not to mention, these companion certificates are fantastic. I think we're all familiar with certificates from hotels that are given a fixed value and you can only top up with so many points. And then so the loyalty program specifically starts to price hotels just outside of that range, so that way you can't book them with the certificate that you're paying for. No. They're just like, hey, if you have this card, here, save 25,000 miles on a companion ticket. And if you really like spending with this card, we're basically going to give you a round trip business class redemption for free for a companion. That is just unheard of. You can use these certificates in any fare class, economy, premium economy, business. If you find first class, you can probably book a free first class ticket with this companion fare. It's honestly right up there with Hilton's free night certificate in terms of providing incredible value without having to work very hard to get that value. And I know there's no unlimited lounge access for Alaska Airline lounges, but 8 lounge visits per year is nothing to scoff at. And if you really want more lounge access, there's other premium travel credit cards that offer Priority Pass lounge access or credit card co-branded lounges. And I know a lot of people are not going to be laying down $60,000 on this card every single year, but this is a very attractive way to get One World status, because spending $60,000 on this card will not only net you a 100,000 point companion certificate, you'll also get at least 60,000 points depending on the earning multipliers of your spend, and you'll be given enough status points to get Atmos Gold status, which then again gives you One World Sapphire status, which really comes with a ton of tangible perks and benefits, which I think makes this a very attractive alternative to reaching One World status compared to American Airlines' current loyalty program. The only caveat with all of this is that Alaska Airlines has continued to partner with Bank of America for this credit card, and that's not a bad thing. Like, I don't have any hatred towards Bank of America, but they can have some pretty stingy application and approval rules, most of which pointing to the fact that if you want to get approved for a lot of their credit card products, then you need to have some sort of relationship with them, either having like a mortgage with them or having investment accounts with them or having business or personal checking accounts. You pretty much need to have some sort of relationship with the bank before you apply for these credit cards if you want a good chance at getting approved. So just keep that in mind if you're running into obstacles getting approved for Bank of America credit cards. There's lots of data points out there that suggest you need some sort of relationship. The easiest way is to get a checking account with them that will then grant you much more likely approval odds if you are interested in getting this card. But taking a step back and looking at this credit card in the current landscape of premium airline credit cards, this thing is priced so competitively. There is a United Chase credit card that's $350 per year and comes with no lounge access. This thing is just $45 per year. More gives you 8 lounge passes, 8 Wi-Fi passes, gives you a free 25,000 point certificate, gives you 10,000 status points for free for just paying the annual fee. If you want to get airline access with Delta, you're talking about a $700 per year annual fee. Same thing with American Airlines. I think it's like $550 or $600 per year for their executive card. And so while Alaska could follow suit from these other issuers and charge $600-700 for this card, I think with the current price point at $395 per year, this is the most attractive premium airline credit card on the market. Even if you're not someone who lives in an American Airlines hub, myself included, I'm sure you can find lots of value with their loyalty point program, and with you getting 100,000 points for the sign up, that basically again can get you a boatload of round trip domestic flights booked through American Airlines or a round trip business class flight over to Europe. I would love to hear your thoughts on this card down below, as I myself, I know, am pretty biased to the Alaska Airlines loyalty program, but I think even trying to remove my bias, that this card is just quite stellar. If I do end up getting my hands on this card soon, I'll make sure to let you all know through an unboxing and a review. But until then, if you enjoyed this video, a like would be greatly appreciated, and consider subscribing to stay up to date with all things credit cards, and I'll catch you all in the next video.